Good day, and this month's 10-minute tech tip is going to be the conclusion of the Google Docs presentation that I started a couple months ago. And this one will be pertaining to Google Slides. Google Slides is a tool used for creating presentations. In this case, I used Google Slides to create the handout that I use for the tutorial, the Google Docs tutorial, when I'm doing it in person. To start off with, we'll come up here to the tools up in the toolbar. We have File, which we have New. We can open, we can import, download, or you can move things around for where you want things stored within your Google Drive account. You have Edit, you have the Undo, Redo, Copy, Paste. View, you can use the Zoom view. This is kind of handy when you're doing when you're working on the project. It makes things easier to see, and also when you zoom in, it gives you better control over where to move things within the slide itself. Let's go back to just their fit view so we can see the whole thing. This shows up as a little different than the default slide format. The default slide format is a 9:16 ratio, which gives it more of a landscape look rather than a portrait. This is more of a portrait view. It's very easy to do. You simply go to File, you go to Page Setup, and then you can change it here. 16 by 9 widescreen, that's the default. I've created a custom and I've selected it, my measurement to inches, and I put it 8 by 5 for the width and then 11 for the height. That gives me a page that I can print out on a standard sheet of paper and then staple them together. Over here you can see the slides that I have created and print out for use as handouts. Each item on the slide is essentially an entity unto itself, and if I press Control A, it'll select everything that I have on the slide, and you can see each one of these is a text box. A text box is simply a box that you put up onto the slide that you can put your text into. You can also add images, and you can either upload from your computer, because remember this is a Google Doc, and so it's not on your computer but on the Google servers. So you can upload from your computer, you can go and get images from your Drive account, your photos, or you can actually add things from a camera. You can also add shapes. You have various numbers of shapes that you can use. You have arrows, and you can see there's quite a number that you can choose from. You have callouts, and you have equations that you can put in. The other thing you can put in is add in as lines. Now you have regular lines, or you have arrows. You can see that here I've used the arrows to point out things within the sheet. And then you have different ways of shaping lines. If a straight line doesn't work, you can put in curves or curved connectors. You can also select backgrounds, which I am not going to do right now. See, insert. You can also choose from layouts that they have already put in. Quite frankly, I don't really use these. It's super easy to make your own layouts. They also have themes. You might, when you click on themes, it comes up over here, and then this is what your slides would look like if you choose one of these themes. In this case, we're not using a theme, so we don't really have to add that. And then you have transitions. Now, transitions are how you add a little more interest to your presentation, and I'll show you that in just a moment. But let's go back to our text box that we're going to manipulate them some here. So if I click on a text box, you'll see this box that comes up. That was the text box I added, and then this is the text that I typed into the box. If I move my cursor up close to the line, you get this 4-arrowed symbol, and that means that I can move things around. Now here I've pulled my text box out, but you can also let's see, pull them, put it back together. You can also use your arrow keys to move things around. You can see, like here, I have words that are going to be overlapping, so I can use my arrow key to move it over a little, and I think that's good, right where it is. So this is how you would put things together on your slide, and you, as I say, you can add images. These here are images that I'd gotten from the Google website and imported into the document. And then we have our text box. And each text box has been arranged so that my text comes out, my lines line up. It tends to be, there's probably easier ways of doing it, but this tends to be a simple way of creating handouts in this particular case. Now, if this was going to be more of a slide presentation, we might want to add some aspects that'll make it a little more interesting. And just as an example, let's select this particular text box and then let's go to transition. So I come up to insert, and then I come down to, well, in this case it's an animation. Transition it would be something for the entire slide. Animation is for aspects or individual items on the slide. So if I select animation, this box over here opens up. And let's see, we'll get rid of this one for now. And we're going to get rid of this one, so we can start from scratch. Now we're going to we had selected this first text box. We're going to add an animation to it. We're going to select one of the options that we have, and just so that it's easier to see, we're going to select fly in from the left, and then you can have it when this action will happen. And right, the first one is when it's clicked on, but you can also after previous or with previous. So we select click. Let's change the speed with which it happens in, and we're going to slow it down a little bit. And now to see how it would look, we click on play. Pause our recording. Okay, I think I got it sorted out. Why it was malfunctioning, I'm not sure, because I didn't really change anything to get it to come back. But now if I select play, my slide shows up. The item I was working with was here. Now I click my left mouse button and it comes in from the left. Now you can see we could do all of these. We could add animations to, oops, we have to stop that. We could add animations to all of these boxes, these text boxes. Like I say, each one of these is considered a separate individual. So like we could take this one, let's select this one, let's add an animation. We'll put in a fly in from the right. Let's do this a little bit faster. And now if we play it, you can see now I have these two bare spots, but when I click, now we have the first one, and then if I click again, the second one moves in. So you can orchestrate your slides to better fit the presentation that you're giving. If you are so inclined, you can also time things so that it fits right in with your narration. But that is Google Slides in a nutshell. It's fun to play around with. Sometimes it can be frustrating, and as you can see, sometimes it doesn't work the way that we would like it to. But if you have a little, if you stick to it and you keep working with it, eventually it will do exactly what you want. So I hope this has been somewhat informative. If you have any questions, please contact us at the library, and one of us can walk you through whatever difficulties you're having. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.